So the biggest debate in the century, it's not Star Wars versus Star Trek or Batman versus Superman. It's Hocus Pocus versus Halloweentown, which is better. Now, Steven, if you haven't seen them, that's fine, but which one do you guys I won't mute you if you say the wrong answer, but which
Oh,
which what do you guys think? I want to hear your arguments. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chicago Cinephiles podcast. I am your co-host, Daniel. Joining with me, as always, is the ghoulish Steven and the ghoulish James. Fellas, how we doing today?
wonderful.
Halloween-tastic.
Wonderful.
I was looking in the lab.
Are we getting ready for our half off candy day, which will be in a few weeks from now? Our holidays for diabetes.
Oh, honey,
My
I've already
favorite-
had my candy corn. I'm a happy man. I just
Favorite
I know
time
it's
of the
a big
year?
thing. Oh, the candy corn. What do you want?
I'm with you, Steven. I like
Discount
candy corn
candy.
too.
It's better than morphine. I'm pretty sure.
I don't like it as much as
No.
Steven, but I do like candy.
Morphine is
I do.
is top tier.
I do like me some candy corn. Watch
Oh,
out, kids, because they're putting
Ooh.
morphine in your candy. Okay, so have your parents check your Snickers bars.
Razor
for that.
blades and an apple. That's old hat.
Speaking of that, I have a pretty interesting story to tell you. Back when I was really young, there was a girl in my hometown in South Carolina, Union. Shout out to Union, South Carolina. She found a rat tail in a Butterfinger
What?
bar, and like that was the
What?
talk of the town. And of course, she sued and got, I don't know what she got, but a full-on rat tail in a butter. So to this day, I have
You mean
to.
that rat
I have
tail
to-
or the hair that they called a rat tail?
No, like an actual rat tail, like from a
Oh,
rodent.
my
So like
God.
to this day, I have to like check the Butterfinger bar just to make it's just like just to make sure. Yeah, we have cow tails, now we got rat tails. Like what's going
If the
on?
Butterfinger people had said, "Look, we don't have enough for everybody. Just be quiet about it." for God's
Right? It was a secret ingredient.
Remember-
Okay.
The FDA has acceptable levels
Oh, yeah.
of rat
Of
feces.
rodent hair. in
Well, yeah.
food.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to. You can't really.
So she
For
just
me,
got all
two
in one
rodent hairs
bar.
too much. Too much. Maybe I'm crazy.
Also, we can freak out Steven talk about the spider intake that he consumes every night when he's sleeping.
I will probably lose my mind and I'll take my mouth shut and then not be able to breathe. I mean, oh my God. I
Your
was gonna
neighbor-
say, I killed a bug earlier in my apartment, and I'm sure that my neighbors thought I was killing a grizzly bear with a freaking golf pencil. I mean, I'm so loud.
You would
screaming.
think by now you would just know that they're not going to hurt you, and you're just.
Yeah, but still.
I mean, it's in the
It
theme
is
of Halloween. You know what I mean?
It's true. It is true. The swarm.
The Swarm, Pet Cemetery. All right, y'all. So today we're doing a little bit different. Obviously, last week was James' favorite. We did Dracula, which was fantastic, which is a cult classic. This one's not really. I'll admit, this is mine. This is Halloweentown. This is something that really is. I think it just may have even gone straight to Disney Channel. I don't know. It may have had a thing, but it's
It
just
did.
one that I grew up as a kid, and the sequels I don't recommend, but this one just has a nostalgia, part in my heart. So I appreciate you fellas
Did you
for.
watch the sequels at all? Or did
When
you
I was a
think that-
kid, yeah, but they were terrible. So I like if like 10-year-old me said they were bad, imagine what like 30. You know what I mean? Like it's like you said earlier. It's like when you go back and look, you're like, these are worse than I thought.
Whoa, yeah.
But yeah, so we're doing Halloweentown today. So let's dive in and discuss that a little bit for you guys today. So Halloweentown was released October 17th, 1998. How old were you, Stephen?
I was already in the methadone clinic at that point. I was 78. I'm pretty sure. 1990. Would you say 98?
8.
I was 28.
And James, you
And
were how
getting
old?
very scared about Y2K.
8, 9? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
it's
10.
crazy.
So I
Yeah.
was 10 years
So it
old.
must have been 9.
Yeah, it was like
called me Mrs.
prime
Robinson.
time, perfect for this. We had DirecTV. I was loving life.
Oh my God! You're
Um,
just in it to win it.
So some of the stars in the film, really, we only need to name one, but outside name a few more.
No.
Debbie Reynolds as the
Reynolds.
grandma, which is crazy to think that I'm just gonna call them grandma, mom. I know they have actual names, but like the 3 kids called them that, and that's what I'm gonna call them. The mom is played by Judith Hoag, I think, and then Kimberly Brown is Marnie, who to me she kind of has that same the Kimberly Brown character has that same face as like the little girl from Matilda. Like you feel like you've seen her in other
Very
Disney
much
movies,
so.
but you can't
Very
like
much so.
place it. But she's got a pretty good, I think, IMDb for a lot of Disney stuff. So it actually had a budget of $4 million freaking dollars, which is more than a lot of our other. I think Dracula had what 300,000. Like I mean, it's like 10 times that from last week.
Well, it had more money than Moonlight, and that was a way more recent money.
And probably what's the one with the sign language movie? Coda.
Oh,
yeah.
A straight to Disney Channel, and probably 3.8 million of it was Debbie Reynolds. Let's be honest. Like,
hello, so her shoe budget alone was like right up there. I'm pretty sure. My God,
it just has to show how hard Disney flexes.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so that being said, now we're going to turn it over to Steven, who's going to give us a quick little summary of the movie, and then we will start the show. So, Steven, take it away.
It's just a little bit longer than usual, but I liked writing this, so whatever. In Halloweentown, 13-year-old Marnie Piper is desperate to celebrate Halloween, but just like the previous 12 Halloweens that have come and gone in her young life, she is forbidden to go trick-or-treating or even to leave her home on October 31st by her overprotective mother, Gwen. After a surprise visit from Marnie's grandmother, Aggie, Marnie discovers that she is a descendant of a very powerful line of witches, the Cromwells, who, along with other witches, warlocks, vampires, ghosts, werewolves, and monsters of supposed myth, live together peacefully in a magical realm hidden away from the mortal world named Halloweentown. Great naming. Without her mother's knowledge, Marnie and her younger siblings, Dylan and Sophie, follow their grandmother to Halloweentown so that Marnie can both begin her training as a witch and also help her grandmother fight an unknown force that threatens the harmony of Halloweentown by slowly turning its inhabitants into the evil monsters that mortals have always mistakenly believed them to be. By embracing their shared magical heritage, Marnie's new Cromwell coven proves that evil and darkness are no match against the power of a family working together and staying together.
And there's the Disney, the moral at the end of the day.
Divorce is bad.
I'm going to show off. I do have a Halloweentown shirt. I forgot to show. I'm going to show it off, but it is very hot in my house, so I'm going to switch afterwards. But I did want to show you guys so we can get my costume change.
All right.
So we have my Halloweentown shirt. Oh,
look at that. That's so cool.
I love it.
The Great Pumpkin.
I really enjoy it. So now I am going to take a second and I am going to change my shirt and I'll be right back.
Oh, so we have to talk amongst ourselves. Here's the topic. Prince of Tides and about Princess No Tides. Discuss.
I mean, was this the greatest Halloweentown movie or the best Halloweentown movie?
It's so funny. I was thinking how the name is so.
And for my next trick, I'm back.
Me.
What are you, a witch?
Yeah, burn me at the stake. Witch. All right, y'all. Let's hop in. So what we do, if you guys are new here, we talk about what was going on. This is a very impactful year. Yeah. If you guys aren't following along, please don't, because I want to surprise you. Some of these are pretty interesting on here. I tried to limit them, but there were so many that was like important. So let's hop into it. 1998, like I said, Steven was 28. Me and James were 9 and 10. In January, I vividly remember this. Sonny Bono was killed in a skiing accident. Yeah. I remember this. Because we used to go skiing a good bit with my church, and I remember this. I don't know why I remember it, but I do. And January that year, also Ted Kaczynski pleads guilty to the bombings. So February, we got to get our Olympics in. Tara Lipinski, youngest gold figure skating medalist.
Wow.
And upset alert, Titanic won in March for the Academy Awards, not Halloweentown.
I'm so surprised. The Academy.
How pompous jerks. It won 11 Academy Awards, which we'll get to. We haven't got that yet.
We didn't know how Halloweentown ended. We knew how Titanic was.
Right? Hey, there you go. Exactly. I mean, Titanic wrote itself. It crashed into the... I mean, we like, what did James Cameron do? This is more for Steven, but in March, the FDA approved Viagra.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is also for Stephen. Pol Pot died in his sleep in April, so your lover is gone.
So I switched to Sinatra. Then what happened?
Well, hey, I was saying May, Frank Sinatra died. Then you went to Phil Hartman. He died. He got killed by his wife.
That's like, what were the last words? I'm going.
Then in June, Sex and the City premieres.
Yay.
July, Saving Private Ryan opened in theaters.
Wow. What a year. Wow.
In October, Matthew Shepard passed away. Murdered, I should say, basically.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
In October, John Glenn returned to space. I remember that too. I remember that being a big deal. I didn't know who. I was like, who's this old geezer? In November, former wrestler Jesse Ventura elected governor of Minnesota.
Yeah, well, after Reagan, the dam was bursted.
I'm about to say, I feel like that's where it started. It started with even like Reagan wasn't that big, but it's like you go from a wrestler to
you do a movie with a chimp called Bedtime for Bonzo,
and almost die from it.
President? I mean,
in December, the House of Representatives recommended impeaching Clinton, and then in December, he was impeached in the House. So those are some.
Not have sexual relations with that woman.
See, Steven, you could say that and it'd be truthful. Unlike Mr. Clinton over there.
I didn't even know it was. It was I don't like that.
You know, all right, yeah, I'm gonna say a very bad 10-year-old joke that we say on the middle school ground. You know what a Coke machine and Monica Lewinsky have in common?
Oh no, what?
They both have a sign that says "Insert bill here." You get it? It's like it's a dollar joke, and it's a.
Oh my god!
Anyway,
almighty.
Stay in school, kids. Stay in school, kids. Stay in school.
Yeah, so you can learn inappropriate jokes that you don't fully understand.
Unless your mother is a very famous witch, then follow in her footsteps.
What must that be like for you to all be that age and all of that Clinton scandal going on?
I didn't know anything about it.
A cigar and this and.
I didn't remember anything.
Yeah, no,
I just know through like pop cultures, like even today, people are making jokes about it. AKA this podcast.
It's crazy. I mean, I'd be like, my parents would be like, keep them away from any television set ever, because you never know what's going to be so sad on this thing.
No, that's funny. Okay, now my favorite part, the fun facts. Y'all got any fun facts for me today? Because I try not to look them up because I like to know, especially in my own movie. I want to see if there's some of the ones I didn't know already. So give them a tune, boys.
Would you have something, James? You want to take over or take first?
I have a couple, like I could do if you'd like.
Sure.
So this was filmed in St. Helens, Oregon, and it was the original film town, and where I have a month-long celebration for October. At Salem, Massachusetts Light, but for Halloweentown. And they do the town up very well. It's something I want to see.
Oh, really?
I don't know. It just.
Where
I feel
is
like
it?
I went to Salem now. Helens, Oregon.
Okay.
Oh. Wow.
And so Debbie Reynolds, as we know, was in this movie.
I love this one. I love this one so much.
She Alfred introduced herself as Princess Leia's mother on the set.
I mean, to be fair, it's probably a bunch of 10-year-old kids there, kind of,
Yeah. She was the real life mother of, Princess Leia. Carrie Fisher.
That makes me so happy. Hello, I'm Princess Leia's mother. Hello, dear.
If you want to go on, Steven, I have one more, but I don't want to take all of it because I know the pickings were light.
Well, I mean, this was originally written to be an adult-centered film, not kids. But because of all these different dealings and wheelings that went on to get it onto the Disney Channel, it was changed to be more of a kid.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that strange?
Very strange.
Written initially for an adult audience, but for a TV movie for an adult audience, which was crazy.
That's cool.
I love that the hair dryer with the flames in it. That's real flames.
Wow.
Yeah. So
give a 13-year-old like a flame blower. That's awesome.
Flame on. That kind of thing. And Judith Hoag, I guess that's her name, who plays Gwen. I had to miss the premiere of her movie Armageddon because she was filming this. So
she's in Armageddon? I didn't know that. That's funny.
I'd much rather be in Halloweentown than admitting I was in Armageddon, but that's something else.
No, Armageddon's the good one. It's the
Armageddon's a good movie.
What's
Deep
the other
Impact.
one? Yeah, Deep Impact. I want to say Sudden, but I knew it wasn't right. Although Deep Impact, doesn't that have Clint Eastwood?
Deep Impact.
He's in, or is that
Honestly,
Space
I don't
Rangers
really
or
remember
something?
it.
There's one that he's
Oh,
in.
Space Cowboys.
Space Cowboys. Thank you. Yeah.
I want to be a space ranger.
The
But
only oh, go ahead.
I love the there's sort of overt or not so overt references to Mary Poppins. I thought that the broom that at the very end when I have the broom, it had a little bit of like a bird on the top of it. I was like, that looks just like the handle of the umbrella from Mary Poppins, and I didn't know that Debbie Reynolds was up for playing the role of Mary Poppins.
Mine neither.
I was like, well, that would have been a very different movie. Tammy, oh Tammy, But that's really. There's not a lot of stuff here other than
It's like it's like one of those. I read somewhere, I don't know how true it was, but that because I was like, why would Debbie Reynolds take this part? And they said that someone suggested, I don't know if it was her publicist or agent or whatever. It might have been her herself. She wanted to get into TV, and she felt like this was a good way to kind of get her feet wet because it's a TV movie basically, which is true because she ended up being in like Will and Grace and some other things as older in life. So
brilliantly in that. And she had just you were saying that earlier to me, and I looked up at her IMDb page, and she was doing a lot of really interesting feature films at this point. She hadn't for a while, and then she did an Albert Brooks film called Mother, which was very well received, and then she was the mother of. I've forgotten the actor in the movie In and Out, which was a huge hit, which I don't think gay people even admit that it was made now. But she played the mother of the guy who discovers he's gay in the movie as he's getting married to a woman, which is very funny. Because when in the Oscar ceremony the year before, Tom Hanks won for Philadelphia and thanked his high school drama teacher and pretty much outed him, even though the guy wasn't gay.
No. Oh, it wasn't gay?
It wasn't gay. And so it began this sort of film about the same thing happening, but he actually is gay. So
which is like more detrimental. Like everyone not being gay there's nothing wrong with that, but like back in that time, like everyone thinking you're gay, so you lose your job, but you're not really gay, or you were gay and you were just outed in front of millions. Like which one is the worst for that teacher? And again, it has nothing to do with him being gay. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just the principles. Like, which one is worse in that situation? Yeah, it's the 90s, right? Proving that your mom is Haitian, right, Stephen? No, that's a joke.
I had a therapist who was trying to sort of help me was coming out to my parents and other people, and he told a great story about one of his clients who, this guy's parents at 19 said, look, if you want to tell us anything, we'll love you no matter what. Okay, thanks. No, anything. Like, we are here, finally, they said, look, we know you're gay. And he went, I'm not gay. And they said, the therapist said, right parents, wrong kid.
Right.
I mean, really. I mean, what a great set of parents. No, I love vaginas and I'm very happy, whatever.
It's my wife, Bonnie.
But how lovely is that they're sort of proactive? I mean,
absolutely.
No, you hear people saying all the time. What's the guy that from Schitt's Creek who talks about he knew his son was gay? He said we just had to wait for him to tell us.
Mm-hmm.
We knew it was very important to him and very.
We should bring your dad on and ask him. Whenever you were staying up late at night to watch Farrah Fawcett, it was, or you wanted to be
Angel, or
you wanted to be her for Halloween and not.
My mother says that she knew something was up when I was as a baby would stop everything and watch Family Affair, this sitcom that had the three kids were named Buffy, Jody, and Sissy. Hello,
which one do you identify as, Stephen?
All three.
Sissy,
and their butler, Mr. French. She was very persnickety. She was like, yeah, we kind of knew something was going on, but.
Well, those are the fun facts of life and the fun facts of. Go ahead, James. What you got?
Pumpkin was donated after the thing,
yes.
So if you go to St. Helens, you could actually see the original pumpkin in the movie. Cool. And they just put it up every year.
That's cool.
There.
That's pretty cool.
All right,
I'm pretty sure I'll take pictures here, but I'm pretty sure my parents have a blow mold that is not as big as that, but it's a huge pumpkin that we put out on our front porch every year, and like. It blows my mind just how much of a beacon, like it just like makes the like I can't imagine that thing lit up, like how much of light comes out of that thing, because clearly we saw it in the movie, but that would be so cool to visit that and like see it. I would love to go there. Maybe if somebody wants to sponsor us, wink, wink, they can send us some money, and we'll do a podcast on set, at Halloweentown 12. We'll the quadruple sequel.
What we're saying is we're sellouts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll take Spirit Airlines and everything. Like I promise you, like we'll take it all. And on that note, let's kind of move into our normal, thing. Obviously, this is more of a fun, casual episode, but I do want to ask you guys what y'all's thoughts were. I'm not gonna lie, I was very nervous to have you guys watch it, just because it's like my childhood, and like I know you guys weren't gonna be like dicks about it, but I just was like, hopefully, at least you guys can see like 10-year-old me loved it. And hopefully, it's enough for you guys to like it. So,
were you worried that I'd say, really, Daniel? This is what you chose?
A little bit,
really?
A little bit. Not gonna lie, but yeah. So, what was y'all's thoughts on it? Whoever wants to go first, or what was your initial thoughts before you went into it?
What do you think, James?
I remember seeing this movie as a kid. I could not remember a single thing about it.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, this is getting funny. It made me laugh quite a few times.
Oh,
and like it is like cringy all in the right ways.
Right.
I told Dan, I didn't have much expectation, but when she said, serves me right for trying to use instant, I laughed out loud. I was like, that's a funny line.
And that's even more funny for Southern people, because Southern people are like anti-instant mashed potatoes or instant anything. So it's like, James.
Hey. I'm a Northerner, and I am anti-instant mashed potatoes.
Real.
That is a travesty to God.
James, the real question is what did the missus think of it?
Oh, she enjoyed it. Like, it's not like a great movie, but she did it. She enjoyed it. She laughed.
She chuckled a few times. That's good. It's better than like banishing you to the porch to watch Deer Hunter.
They pulled out a pistol in this and started doing Russian roulette. I'm out. Sorry, I'm done.
Except they use a broom this time instead, and they impale the people.
But there's a lot of wit in this. There's a lot of wit. Like I was telling you earlier, the woman in the beauty parlor under the hairdryer is reading what is it, Vampire Fair instead of Vanity Fair. It's just like little touches like that. Was
and like as a kid, I never noticed those things.
Like that.
Now I will say, as a kid, the skeleton was so funny, and then as an adult, he was funny. So like,
he is my favorite character in the movie.
And honestly, like, how did they make him look? I mean, it was really impressive however they did it. I don't know if he had like a green. I don't know how they had it where you couldn't. I don't know. Was it CGI? I don't know, but it was good. Whatever it was.
Oh yeah, it's good. It was a robot. I think. It was a robot.
I was thinking like terrible. I was thinking claymation. Like
that could have been that too. You're right. We should look that up. I was curious, but no, that was funny.
It was. They were saying that someone admitted that at some point. Not going to spoiler. That was
okay.
Which is weird. But it was very funny, very fluid, and the voice was very funny.
Yeah, that he cracked me up. Other than the goat in this movie.
So
I liked a lot about Daniel. What it sort of set itself. I love movies that I don't need to see the obvious. Oh, this is here because later in the film they're going to need this. But there are a lot of things that mortals see, mortal do. Like that was just plopped in there. I thought it's a funny line, but then it became very integral to the plot.
True.
There were little things like that they dropped in that when you track back, you go, oh, that had to be here. So it's really smart to put this in. Oh, and there's one other fact I didn't even bring up. There was a different ending to this movie. Did you know that? The initial ending was very, very strange. Let me pull up what I have. It said that where does it say here? That the initial ending was that she had to get away the curse, that Marty had to go into these woods, this forest, to put the thing, and she kept getting older and older as she went into the forest. So she said that they had made a complete cast of her face, and then she knew it was not going to be made that way when they were changing it, when they just decided, no, we're not going to do this. It'll be too much money or whatever. So then they changed the ending, but she got to keep the cast of her face.
Oh, that's cool. I kind of like that though. That's sort of a neat. But I like the ending of this too, obviously. But that's kind of a neat little. Okay, so then I'm glad you guys both liked it. I will admit, everybody who's watching, this is never going to win an award. It's not the greatest, but it just has nostalgia for me. So I appreciate y'all engaging in that and enjoying, some of the, like I said, it's definitely 90s. Like the sibling like banter was very cringy, but it's kind of what you expect, especially the brother and stuff was like super cringy.
But
Yeah.
it precedes all of those characters that are now on every NCIS. Every
Good point.
there's always a nerdy but funny kind of weird guy in the forensics team. You're like, another one of these guys. Okay, here we go. That kind of thing. But it did
Enhance
precede
the photo. Then why is it already a feature already? It's already. You should be default on.
What are you talking about?
Sorry. You know when they say enhance the photo in NCI crimes
Oh.
and movies like that, like oh, the plot, we can't read the license plates. Enhance. Like, come on. Why isn't that already a feature? Sorry,
I hate that they're dealing with a murder. They're always dealing with a freaking murder, and there's some guy in a grocery store who's carrying bananas, and they're talking about someone's death, and he won't sit down for 5 minutes because they have to do a walk and talk.
All right, that's Law and Order, and you
nuts.
Lower your tone when you talk about Law and Order. Sorry.
Okay, don't you blasting up in here. Like, it drives me crazy. And there's always somebody in another room who heard what they were saying when he walked into the room, and he couldn't have heard. It just drives me nuts how they direct it.
So I thought this would be a little fun exercise. If you guys had to continue the family tradition or family business that Marnie had to do, which for those you guys don't know, obviously Marnie's mom Gwen and her grandmother were witches, so she kind of continued and then even the brother was a warlock and the younger daughter was a witch too, continued the family business. So I just kind of curious and you could pick one parent or both parents, whatever. I guess I'll go first. What my family business would be was either a janitor for my dad or a secretary for my mom. So kind of, just middle class, but that's okay. We grew up happy. I'm happy and thankful for the sacrifices they did, but
brother,
they were killing germs and killing the IRS taxes, separately, not warlocks and gremlins like the. But yeah, I don't know if Steven or James wants to go and Steven, please don't talk about the Revolutionary War because I know that was
Well, I'm gonna say Paul Revere was an asshole. That's all I gotta say. I don't care. He said
truth.
But my father is a CPA, and I believe, desperately wanted either my brother or myself to go into, and it just bored the living hell out of me. But when I'm looking at an income and expense spreadsheet, I can tell you where the 12 cents are. Just somehow it came through to me. It's right there. No, we have to do it. No, it's right. I can see those numbers in my head, but I did not want to do what he does all day long. And my mother was, a housewife, and she also worked in at a doctor's office doing billing for the meanest doctor who ever lived and drew breath. So I was like, I don't want to go in either one of those things. I want to be an actor and make money.
I want to be a podcaster. What about you, James?
Steady like acting.
Steven, before we reveal mine, Steven, are you like Kevin from like The Office who can secretly just like overpowered? Like,
how many
numbers?
30,000 M&Ms minus 23,600. Oh, that's duh.
If you about prison, you would love prison. Yes.
So my would be death claims for my mother.
You said debt claims or death?
Death claims.
That's very fitting right now.
How does she? What does she do? Explain that.
Well, she processed claims. She helped people on the phone. Like, she had a couple things with it. She worked there for a lot of years.
That's a big old job, and I'm sure stressful and a lot.
Yeah. And then my dad was last thing he had was a real estate agent, so he was like sales his whole life. So I guess I am kind of in sales still.
Yeah, you get that.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Thank you guys for participating. It's a little fun activity I want to do. Nothing, obviously crazy, but okay. So the biggest debate in the century, it's not Star Wars versus Star Trek or Batman versus Superman. It's Hocus Pocus versus Halloweentown, which is better. Now, Steven, if you haven't seen them, that's fine, but which one do you guys? I won't mute you if you say the wrong answer, but which what do you guys think? I want to hear your arguments.
I would say they're almost equal to each other. I mean, I don't have a favorite of the two. I only watched Hocus Pocus once. It was just recently, maybe a couple of years ago, and I was like, oh. I mean, I think there's a nostalgia to that, just like there's a nostalgia to this one. It's nice, but if I had grown up, and this was on the Disney Channel, and I had cable, and I was, a millennial, which would scare everybody, then I think it would have a different sort of resonance and sweetness to it. It would be sort of, something you see in your mind's eye as something just a lot more special. So, but I think they're both very, very good movies. Halloweentown got 3 sequels long before Hocus Pocus.
That is true. I mean, they were direct to film, but they still got them.
Still counts.
What about you, James? What do you think?
I would have to go with Hocus Pocus because I've seen that movie so many times, and I got to recently visit some of the filming sites. So I got to see Danny's house, and I got to go see from the high school, and the city hall where they filmed the dance area.
Oh, wow. I'll put a spell.
So
on
I don't know.
I do enjoy that scene a lot. I gotta get that. That scene is very funny. I gotta give it credit. That's a funny scene.
When she does that introduction in Hocus Pocus, where he does the introduction, thank you for that introduction, and then just whips into that song, and just that to me makes that whole movie. I think that's the reason why this movie beats it out, because I thoroughly enjoy Hocus Pocus, and I've seen it multiple times. And I actually watched it on my trip so I could remember all the houses.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I probably, if I was just watching both of them now, I would probably agree, but I'm gonna go with Halloweentown just because of the nostalgia that I had for it. I didn't watch Hocus Pocus until I was a little bit older because I was always kind of convinced it was a little bit scarier.
Yeah,
which it probably is not, but it just kind of gave that vibe, and the black cat was very similar obviously to Sabrina, and I watched that show as a kid, so I was like, okay, I've seen that. That's just kind of in my head. I'm like, and I think with Halloweentown, it honestly was just a giant pumpkin that really wanted to watch it because it reminded me of the one we had, the giant blow mold. But I would agree, probably if I was being subjective, I'd probably agree with Hocus Pocus because it was more the jokes were funnier on Hocus Pocus, but Halloweentown has some good jokes too that I am now appreciating as an adult. I didn't know that the instant joke that Steven talked about as a kid, I wouldn't have got that joke, or the vampire Vanity Fair, that kind of stuff is funny. You know what I mean? So it's
we play movies here. What is it? The holiday movie. What's the holiday?
Oh yeah, It's a Wonderful Death.
It's a Wonderful Death.
That was pretty funny. The callbacks in Halloweentown are pretty good.
Yeah,
I have to say.
And I do want to talk about. It's a very cool premise of them making it be about Halloween and not be scary. With it being about, it's a cool concept that. It's sort of similar back to the Wizard of Oz, where not every witch is bad, just the ugly ones.
Only bad witches are ugly.
And so it's that same thing where it's not every ghoul or every goblin or every whatever is bad. It's just they were being around humans, which we all can relate nowadays. Hello. Being around humans would turn me into a vampire real quick too.
Hell is
right? And so I understand as an adult, but I think it's a pretty cool concept. Just that it's just a neat little concept.
And I think the design extended to that. They're having these people who were sort of a little bit larger than life and cartoonish, but not to the point that they weren't believable.
Yeah.
A really good, strong design. It's a hard line to, because, you don't want to scare these people, but you also want them to know that this is a monster. So you have to, it's a very fine line to walk. I played Shere Khan in a children's production of whatever the hell that thing is, Jungle Book, and we kept rewriting the book because I don't want to scare these little kids because it was really mean. And so by the time we get to previews, I walked up to these two little girls and I said, "Were you scared of me? You're not scary. You're just silly."
That's
we have
you got it. Ding ding ding.
You don't want to make them cringe, but it because it's Halloween. But you're right. It's very well done.
I would agree. The premise, I love the premise. When all different monsters get together, like Penny Dreadful or the Abbott Costello movies. But no, but I lost my train of thought. Never mind.
Well, if you think about it, let me know.
Yeah,
but no, and then it's funny too because as an adult watching this again, you didn't like. I didn't really understand the awkwardness between the mayor and the mom when I was younger. Now you totally
Oh
pick up
yeah.
on it as the
Oh,
ex-boyfriend. You know,
100%.
like it's like because even the kids are like, "What's going on?" You know, it's like I that's what I love about like Pixar movies nowadays is there's jokes for kids and adults.
Thank God.
You
Oh,
know,
Toy Story. The with the legs and the hook.
they have a hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the fact that Andy's mom also had her favorite toys named Woody and Buzz.
Oh, oh, but seriously,
I'm sorry, all y'all. I just ruined your childhood,
tip
but
your waitresses, everybody. Tip
yeah,
your
Oh,
yeah.
waitresses.
Good you
so
remembered.
speaking
Okay.
of like
Oh my
theater,
God.
so when I did theater as a kid too, but I would also see like little plays, and there was like this local production or whatever, like some community theater, and there was a witch that came out and actually grabbed kids from the state from
Oh
like
my
the
God.
audience and carried them out like I don't know if it was like the monsters
That's
or whatever, and like the
terrifying.
kids are like
And those children are
yelling
now
and
in witch
screaming.
covens and killing people. They're serial killers right now. Oh my God.
And I remember seeing that. It was like, they couldn't have picked me. I felt so rejected as a child because I just wanted to be picked up, but I
You
was a
just want
bigger
to be a
kid, so I
damsel in
probably did.
distress, okay? Like you
Yeah.
just
No. They wanted the white, small kids, not like the beefier kids like me. I felt so rejected. Like, not
that's
even a witch would want me.
I love the shirts that say like fat people are harder to kidnap.
Hey, honey,
Yeah.
nobody
Hey,
ever gets mugs sent from their house
Excuse
and
me. We were
bonbons.
kids.
Husky,
Husky
yeah,
kids were.
husky.
husky jeans. Oh,
I
my.
remember getting those from Kohl's, being like, "What is
What
husky?"
is husky? It means fat.
Yeah.
That's what it means. Oh my God, husky jeans.
Oh, I just love it.
And
God,
I
it's
have a
just,
friend, Heather Townsend, if you're watching, you're going to love this, who wears couture. She has money, and her husband's an attorney and a partner. So whenever we go out, I say, who are you wearing tonight? Oh, I've got the YSL strapless and Michael Kors back. What are you wearing? I said, the Husky jeans, honey. What are those? You're so
they're
skinny
so
and rich.
exclusive.
You don't even know what Husky jeans are. You horrible human being. It's like that makes me insane. But my first theater experience was just like yours, James. My mother took me to see How the Grinch Stole Christmas at a little theater in Knoxville. And when the Grinch came out, maybe cute,
Mm,
but a 6-foot green monster, and I'm
yeah.
4, I screamed my head off until she had to take me out of there. I was like, no, not for me. No. Because he
See,
came out, and I'm like, I'm out.
see,
We're
Steven,
done.
I thought that would have been your reaction when they made you play baseball.
Should have been.
Yeah, put you on the football field, not when you're in the theater. Believe it or not, I play collegiate baseball, and I kid you not, I cried in t-ball. I had to play in the outfield, and my mom had to put her chair like
You're
30
kidding.
feet, like out of bounds, but like 30 feet, like out in the outfield beside me in the foul territory, just so I wouldn't run off and cry.
Oh
And
my
and
God.
and and I want to give a shout out to my parents. Thank you for not letting me quit, making me stay it
Amen.
because I'd made a commitment and I was going to see it through.
What were you afraid? What were you upset
I
about?
have no idea. I was like 4. I don't know. I just was. I did not.
4-year-olds being 4-year-olds.
You know what's funny? I still remember the name of our sponsor. It was Rental Junction. So we had Rental Junction across. I don't know if that company even is, but that was our
Rental
company
Junction.
that was on our shirt, and it was like a burgundy like shirt, and we had the
Oh
little
my
flat
God.
bill. Totally
Oh my
nerdy, but
Lord, honey.
and of course
That's
everyone
awesome.
hit the ball, and everyone goes after it, but um yeah. So just like I think just overall, like I think this is just a good segment just to talk about like just kind of like nostalgia in general. It's funny. I'm a very big nostalgia person,
You're at the right age, buddy. That's
and I
it. It's the
and
right
my
age.
wallet is at it too because I buy video games from my childhood, and I'll catch myself listening to like there's a
Limited edition
radio.
Pokemon cards.
Yeah, right. There's a radio
Whoa.
host named Delilah that me and my dad used to listen to whenever he would drive home, and it was just like people would call in for love songs, and they would just tell a story, and then she would pick the song, and she had the most just gentle voice. Well, recently she's now made like she's on some app now, and I've recently been catching myself listening to her at
Oh
night, and it just takes me
wow.
back, and so. Just wanted to like open the floor if you guys had any like nostalgia thing, even about a movie, and maybe try to make it around Halloween things. But is there just anything that I don't know? Like I said, this movie just hits me because it just makes me. I instantly teleport back to being 10 years old, with my fruit gushers and my Capri Sun watching this movie.
I think there are
It just
things
does
in
it.
your subconscious or in your soul that are there that you don't know that are so precious to you until they pop up at some point. And the most random. I did 11 months of Schoolhouse Rock Live, and I remember hearing people in the audience go, "I don't remember this. Who am I?" I don't know. And then we'd start singing "I'm Just a Bill," and they would lose their minds.
Yep.
Oh my God! And they knew every lyric, but it was something they had sort of placed away in their mind. And when it came back up, they just realized how much they had missed it, how much they love it, and how much it's a part of who they are. I mean, anybody my age, you asked us to recite the preamble. We the people we have to sing it because that's how we learned it. You know,
Rap it now.
No one else.
Yeah, rap it.
We the people. I'm sorry, but
that's actually Hamilton. Okay, that's from the Hamilton play. So
yeah. Whatever. What about you, James?
So like I'm with that with like the Universal monsters. Like I am such a big fan of those movies, and like I remember Family Friend had the VHS tape of The Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Wow.
And it was the 3D version. And they had like 3D glasses that went with it with the black and blue.
That's
so like
epic.
I remember watching that like on VHS, and I was like, oh, that is such a fond memory. And today I actually get they're showing it at AMC where I get to see The Creature of the Black Lagoon in 3D. I am so excited.
Oh, on the big screen. Is this your first time on seeing it on the big screen?
Hey guys, I got to pause a second. I'm sorry. Play. Yeah, no, James, I agree with the nostalgia, especially like you said, like you talk about the 3D. That's pretty cool for VHS to have a 3D, and then you're going tonight. That's even more cooler.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to seeing Creature of the Black Lagoon. It's one of the later Universal films, but like
is it like 40s or when is it?
I think it was 1958, 56.
Oh, so wow, okay.
So older. It's like the last one. So
okay. So then, overall, did you guys like the movie?
Oh yes, very much so.
Oh, I enjoyed myself.
Put together really well.
Okay, good. I'm glad. That was my my
concern. I had such low expectations. like
I mean,
not in a bad way, but like when you go into a movie with low expectations, because I see a lot of crap. Like I basically try to go to every movie that is released.
Wow.
And like 2024 was a rough year, and I saw most of the crap. But like,
wow.
I like go in with like no expectations because I can be pleasantly surprised. Like, oh, okay, I like this about this movie. Like, I love all the Mary Poppins reference. I like the instant. I like making fun of like instant things. Like, it was just a good.
Yeah, the jokes held up.
90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
When is the Academy going to give you a special Oscar for keeping the film industry alive? After
Lifetime Achievement Award goes to James.
Dear sweet
I think
Lord.
another like 10 years, but like they just
hello,
over you every year.
You really should write to somebody and be like, I go to every movie. Can I be a critic?
Oh my God.
I mean,
then you can write things like,
or like tell AMC like I go to your every they have to know you by name by now.
I mean, some of the theater staff do know me at my local. The thing is, I go to multiple AMCs because I'm fortunate. I have 3 theaters, but multiple managers know me at the different theaters. They're like, "Oh, hey James, how's it going?" Like, I'm like on first name basis with some of the staff in multiple theaters.
That's pretty cool.
One. Like, I just go to one theater, like multiple theaters I go to. And
do you sit in the same seat?
I try to sit roughly where I sit, but like the theaters are all different. River East,
fair.
So you gotta like mix it up.
Awesome. Well, just for reference, IMDb gave it a 6.5, so that's higher, I think, than Cimarron.
I mean,
which is Academy Award winner.
This movie I will have to say is better than Cimarron.
Yeah, Cimarron got a 5.8.
Say it isn't so.
Is it better than what's the boring one that we had to watch about like the brother that died with the two brothers?
Oh, Ordinary People.
Ordinary People. Let's see what that one is.
I enjoyed that more. I enjoyed this movie more than Ordinary.
Okay,
People.
7.7. What was one of the other lower ones that we did?
Oh Lord.
Grand Hotel, was that low? Like we liked it, but it might have been kind of low. Like, let's see. No, I got a 7.3.
Was trash.
Yeah, it was not trash. How dare you? What's another one? I feel like there's another one that we did that was bad.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna pull up our YouTube real quick and look. I'm curious. Oh, Dracula. No, I'm just playing. Look at James.
I will taunt you.
We will cut a bitch.
That's it. The podcast is
We
over.
will cut a bitch. You better watch out, honey.
Was it All the Kings? Maybe.
It might have been. I don't know.
I know we're kind of
that
dragging.
could have
Sorry.
been.
What was it called again? All the Kings.
All the
All
King's
the King's
Men.
horses, or
Man,
the King's
yeah.
Men. Humpty Dumpty, that fat ass, or something like that. I don't know what it was.
No, they got 7.4. Okay, so I think it's just Cimarron, maybe.
Or Mrs.
Or
Miniver.
maybe the Great Ziegfeld.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, but I hope you guys are enjoying this. I know we kind of got sidetracked. Yeah, I got a 6.6. So hope you guys.
Not one Oscar nomination, not one, not a Golden Globe.
Nothing.
Come
I
on.
mean, for costumes alone, they should have been nominated.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed. I really do appreciate y'all doing that. Next week we're going to do Steven's film, which we're keeping a secret, so we're not going to spoil it. So you guys have to tune in next week to find out.
Candy, it's my favorite.
Yeah, fellas, do we have any final takeaways before we send our favorite people off into the nightmarish evening?
I think it was
90s movie.
Exactly. A 90s movie. It's a very well done Disney movie. And I'm sure they were like, this is like the MGM doing a picture a week.
Oh, true.
Out. Here, we got this sort of guideline we're doing. We're going to do it because it works.
Just crank it out.
Steven, because there's like Disney movies straight to the Disney Channel did things like My Mom Has a Date with a Vampire. Like, there's tons of those like that. So you're right. It's a good point about just putting them out. They have one called Luck of the Irish, and it's a leprechaun who plays basketball for high school. It's like how funny. Like, his dad's like fits in his hand. It's so funny.
There was a great one in the 70s, a vampire movie called Love at First Bite.
Oh, that's funny. I love witty stuff like that.
Once Bitten was the guy that was
Once Bitten, Twice Removed.
These are just, and my favorite of those genre things is Zorro the Gay Blade from the early 80s. One of the funniest movies I've ever seen. It's George Hamilton plays the straight Zorro and his gay brother, who takes over for him. It's hilarious.
That's funny.
Add it to your watch list, people. Add it to your watch list.
Yeah, all those. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, that's it for this episode of the Chicago Cinephiles. Tune in next week as we'll be doing Steven's movie, and then we may do one more random Halloween one, unsure, but be sure to tune in. Until next time, this is the Chicago Cinephiles podcast. Signing out.